Welcome to Chanklet Shot, where we discuss some of the latest movies, shows, and game releases with facts, but mostly opinions. As a caveat, we are movie lovers and show lovers, but not really experts on the books or comics. Well, with us, we have Grotesque, which is the team captain. We have Tower, Lilirose, and myself, Grumpy. And over to you, Captain.
Okay, so today, it's on the screen. We're gonna talk about the House of the Dragon. That's coming out on August 21. So yeah.
Oh yeah, really looking forward to that one. I mean, this one, some of the facts, right? You want me to go over the facts?
Yeah, go over the facts.
Okay, so this House of the Dragon, I think it's pretty clear. It's a Targaryen house, and it's going to be mostly exclusively focused on the Targaryen family. This is House of the Dragon, the prequel to Game of Thrones. It will be released on August 21st, and is based on George R. R. Martin's Fire and Blood, which is, and this series is going to be set about 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones. So it will be somewhat related to what we've seen before in the Game of Thrones series, but not really.
Yeah.
We're not going to see anything with any of the characters we've seen before, right? This is a whole new set of characters set in the environment we've used to with Westeros and the Hawaiian Throne. So in this series, what we see is a different sort of environment. Dragons are more plentiful at this point in Westeros. Unlike Game of Thrones, what we see is only a few dragons.
Mm-hmm.
So the focus of the show is going to be the sort of civil war. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lily. Between the houses. I mean, it's the same house, right? It's going to be based on Targaryens, and there's going to be a battle between them, right, for the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was tracking.
The king, he had a first marriage, and he had a daughter there, but he didn't want to name her the heir because he was waiting out to see if he could have a son. And then Mary's wife gets pregnant. She ends up having a son, but she dies, and so does the son. So then later on, he remarries, and then she ends up having 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. But he still names the girl from the first marriage the heir. And then this, the story kind of starts where he just passed away, and then the people kind of undermine her, and they name his first son Aragon to the throne, and then that's where the civil war starts, when she still wants her rightful place that gave it to him. So
okay,
it should be pretty interesting. And she's got a lot of big people backing her that have dragons and have a whole fleet. It's
okay.
Pretty interesting.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and they're the last remaining house that has dragons, because before there used to be lots of houses that had dragons and stuff. Now this is the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it will have all the same politics and underminingness that Game of Thrones has.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fighting in this.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good summary.
That's a very explicit. I feel like
that's a
I
solid...
know nothing.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I have no clue what this is.
Oh goodness! Do we have a teaser?
We have the teaser trailer. We're gonna put the teaser trailer because the other trailer is way too long, and I hate spoilers, so it's gonna be the teaser trailer. And let's say hi to Darfur, that's there with us, by the way.
Affair, what's up?
Hey,
thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. But yeah, here's the teaser trailer.
What is this brief mortal life, if not the pursuit of legacy? Icon Stark. I call it Valarian. I, Ormond Baratheon. Promise to be faithful to King Viserys and to his named heir, Princess Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
We play an ugly game. You have the determination to win it. History does not remember blood. It remembers names.
Okay, so that was the teaser trailer. What do you guys think?
I think it looks super badass. I mean, typical like Game of Thrones fashion. You have like the los visual effects y todos son
Yeah,
you know
beautiful, of course.
amazing, beautiful.
Dragons
They
will
spent
always
like
look badass.
20 million on the first episode,
Really?
so it's gonna be nice.
I mean,
Oh wow.
they're putting everything into this. I mean, it's their thing.
It is. That's what they're hoping, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the fans are kind of disappointed after Game of Thrones, but they're hoping that
This
they
will,
can kind of
yeah.
bring back some of the fans. 'Cause they were said to make into the billions with Game of Thrones. And they want that too.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
some of the
I think
characters.
that's the key, right?
Yeah.
The redeeming feature of this new show.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely.
But he wants to bring it back because to be honest with you, I love the entire series. La cagaron al último, ¿entiendes? We cannot deny it.
Nobody's gonna deny that.
I think we all agree on that for
Yeah.
sure.
La cagaron, pero the whole thing was beautifully filmed and orchestrated.
It was beautiful. It's
Al
true.
último la cagaron, that's it.
It's just that
Definitely.
last ending. Yeah. It's just la cagaron. Pero
But I mean, with this one, they have some new writers, so hopefully, I mean, they don't lose interest in their project halfway through.
we have a question here from Darth Vader. It says, "Do you guys think that it will surpass Game of Thrones?"
Ooh, that is a
I think
That is a massive question.
it's a massive question. I don't think it. I don't know. I mean, it can if they do it right, because the love for Game of Thrones, it ended like really. All of a sudden, like you couldn't see anything of it anymore because everybody was so disappointed, right? That maybe this can surpass it just because of that ending. That ending destroyed the whole Game of Thrones for a lot of people.
Yeah, I never rewatched any of
I
it.
never rewatched any of
Lied
it.
to me.
I threw away my T-shirts. I
I threw away the flags.
yeah, we will talk about that later because we did a whole thing, guys.
oh yes, we did. We went full out.
But if they do it right, I think it would take them some time to like build it up. But if they do it right, they could probably bring back a lot of the fans and bring back some of that love for
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
I think so because the lore is there. It's like if you compare with Lord of the Rings. So let's say you don't like the second one. It doesn't matter. You watch the third one, you're gonna like it. You know, it's like
No, it's true. Yeah, for sure.
the lore is there.
Yeah.
So
For that, I think they can.
so too.
Yeah, they can bring back the love, but I don't know if it's gonna surpass Game of Thrones. Like
No, I think Game of Thrones broke like a bunch of records for the
because
most
it was
viewed show and everything. It was the number
Yes.
one.
and the characters
history.
were amazing, and
Yeah.
it's gonna feel different.
It is.
But I'm glad to see like I'm a fan of Matt Smith, and not just because of Doctor Who, but he's a good actor.
He's amazing.
Primarily because of Doctor Who.
Maybe I was a big fan. But he does a good role of being like the bad guy, or being like this annoying kind of bad guy. Like
Yeah.
Cara malo.
yeah, he was in The Crown also, which is
Yeah, he did.
and
Yeah.
he does this role like you kind of want to punch him, you know. Doctor Who.
Yeah, he's evil.
Yeah, in Doctor Who, I was like in love with him, but like yeah, here and when he does those roles, it's just annoying. It's annoying. So he's gonna do a good role there.
I care if people are upset at the casting of Corlius Larion,
Oh,
because in the book he's described as a white guy, but I'm like, when do you ever read a book and the character fits what you envision
exactly.
in your head
And
anyway?
not and you can't just envision like the world is very diverse. It's not just white people.
Mhm.
We need to you guys need to get in line, you know, like it's diverse world, and a lot of people write stuff and make you know, books and comics, and there's a lot of, you know, what they are is not what real life is sometimes, you know, so making it diverse makes it more real in my eyes.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with that.
Um,
Now, Don Fair has a question, right?
mhm.
Let's see. Of the Game of Thrones, I don't know a lot. Do you think, there's enough material for doing the prequel
So
of sorts? I know that Game of Thrones books haven't finished, but you know. That's a good question. I mean, the other one, Game of Thrones, is based on a bunch of books, right?
Mhm.
How many books? He still hasn't finished the books for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
This one is just based on Fire and Blood,
yeah, this one's based on
correct?
I heard that they had started doing another one actually based on another idea that he had, but it followed the White Walkers, and they actually spent like 35 million on that first episode,
Wow.
and then they watched it and they did not like it and they just let it be.
Wow.
But they were talking about like this, they have like 3 other ideas, but it doesn't really quite follow the books,
Mhm.
and that was kind of why that idea kind of got destroyed because they were like they didn't really have enough to go off of. So, but I believe it was called something like Blood Moon, and then I think Kit Harington is trying to promote a sequel of his story of Jon Snow after he goes past the wall.
Ooh,
Uh,
that'll be interesting.
so I think they are trying to still make a few more, but
I think they're trying to ease the pain.
I think they're trying to fix the fuck up.
Because it's like you messed up that bad. Now you want to ease the pain and take them way back in time. Hey, let's make them happy
I
again.
mean, yeah, I think they had to go back. I agree that they did.
What happened
This
after
is-
the wall? Show me after you did that crappy ending. You know,
Se retiró.
that's it. You just went to sleep in the hut.
Yeah.
That's it.
So this one's
Se fue a dormir.
this one's based 300 or 200. I keep reading 300
Yeah.
somewhere, 200 in another place.
300.
300 years.
I read one that said
before.
179 years. That guy is really specific.
That guy has a whole timeline on his wall.
But anyway, it was like right after like the war of like the
Yeah.
of all those dragon family things.
So it's like the hype
don't know
of the Targaryens. This is
Oh.
like they are the shit.
The other shit. Well,
they're the
the
ones-
interesting part, and sort of going back to what Dorfer was saying, right? So the story is finished. So the interesting thing about this Fire and Blood es que es como un relato de lo que pasó, ¿entiendes? Pero even in Game of Thrones, they make references to things that happen in this show que va a pasar ahora.
Mhm.
¿Entiendes? So once in a while, they got like they reference like, oh, the battle of the Targaryens and the dragons, whatever. So that's what's gonna happen now. I don't know, sé cuál es el HBO Max's plan, right? Is this gonna be like a limited series or are they gonna continue it on? But they have like 200 years to catch up before the next one,
Exactly.
making up shit, I
Yeah,
guess.
they can extend it.
So they had the potential to.
Yeah.
They have the
Really
potential.
big whole
There's
thing,
a
like,
solid
you know.
starting point, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's they can. I mean, they can do that. They can make it a very long series or short. It's-
Yeah. At least we know the other ones start good. So
Yes.
the ending of this one, there's less room of messing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. I mean, the whole point is that now we have the people that started the other one that sort of gave up at the end. They're sort of gone. Didn't they?
Yeah.
So now we have a crew that wants to do a good job, right?
Yes.
Other
It's a
como they
fresh
sort of
take.
gave up.
Yeah.
So, and the good thing is like the first
They're not
one is
influencing.
directed. The what?
Sorry, they're not influencing this at all.
No, I don't think so. I
Oh.
think they're completely out of the project.
Which is good.
Good.
Yeah.
So, by what I've seen, so are these for every episode? Is it a different director?
It's,
Yes, I referenced it.
it seems like 3 to 4 directors, and we'll be like switching
Okay.
between the scenes. So, good morning, Catador de Pizza.
Good morning. I read on
So
Twitter. He did
for-
not sleep. So
Yep. So for episode 1, right, we have Miguel Sapochnik, I think. Así se llama.
Miguel.
Pero this is the guy who also directed Battle of the Bastards episodes,
Oh,
which was like one of the best ones, right?
okay.
Ooh,
I
nice.
see.
Yeah. So this guy has directed Game of Thrones episodes before, so he knows the format, he knows the magic equation for that, right? So he's back in the project, and I'm happy with that.
Oh yeah. So some of the I don't know, the image of the show, right? The House of the Dragon. I keep saying House of Dragons. House of the Dragon. It has
of the
this
Dragon.
girl that looks like Khaleesi. It's not Khaleesi, but
Alright.
Rhaenyra,
yes.
which is a Tigerian, which that's why she
Yes,
looks like
Lily
Khaleesi.
Rose,
They all
tell
have the
us.
white hair. They all have
This girl.
purple eyes.
Um,
They all bred within families, so lucky we stay.
but it feels like maybe she's gonna be like the main one of this. I don't know.
Yeah, she's the one. She's the daughter who he named her heir, his heir.
Oh, okay. So that's where the battle
Yeah,
begins.
she's
Like,
the
I
one.
want to be it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Especially, yeah.
Matt Smith that you were talking about is actually his brother who also wants to rule, but technically her and him are having an affair, so it's very Game of
Okay.
Thrones.
It's very Game of Thrones. Got it. Everybody's
Everybody's kind of in there together and plotting against each other.
Okay.
And then it's rumored that her kids are actually from some Valerian lord, and that's why you'll see like some Valerians start to unite with her in the Civil War. So,
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. I have just come to realize. Give me 1 second. Let me fix that. Because I messed up.
¿Qué pasó?
Don't worry, keep talking. I'm going to fix this.
The whole
Ay,
tension,
goodness.
mystery.
Pero qué pasó?
I did not change the
That's
title,
alright.
guys.
and
I
so
messed
then
I
up.
know.
the king is
Thank you
fighting
for
out.
reading my message.
Oh, there's a little thing there. Okay.
No, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think she's gonna be the main character. I don't know if Game of Thrones, the first one,
Hmm.
tenía a main character, right? Introduced us to a bunch of characters, and we sort of picked and choose our characters.
And what we thought were main characters ended up dying right away.
Yeah, exactly. But aquí it seems like they have a central figure. It's like this is the main character,
Yes.
and it seems like we're gonna be seeing things through this perspective. Yeah.
It was a little bit like a PTSD. You don't know if you want to care about this character because you know for sure it's gonna be dead in the next few episodes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Never.
But the
never
one
fall in
that,
love.
that lasts to the end, you're like, okay, I need to choose now. Which one?
Yeah.
The boy or the girl?
Goodness. So yeah. Pero I'm looking forward to the dragons esto. Que sean brutales.
I like that. I like that this one
Yeah.
will have
It's
so
always-
much dragons because that's the era of the dragons.
Yeah.
And that's something that every time we saw scenes with the dragon, we were like so hyped. Then all of a sudden disappeared. That's it, no more.
Yeah, because there was
So
very
probably
little
they're
drama.
gonna use that hook over here because it's part of the story. So that's
Yeah.
great.
And like in this one, it's like rumored one of the greatest dragons. Like I think it's I forgot his name, but yeah, he's supposed to be there. Que va a ser el dragon that's made, and then ella tiene un dragón. Like yeah, almost everybody has a dragon in this thing. So. And she has like her own main one, and then she has like a few others that she's ready like to recruit riders for.
Nice.
So in this one, we're finally going to see like a good epic dragon to dragon fight, right? Because we sort of got that in Game of Thrones, but it was like the dead dragon, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't really happen.
Yeah, that. They took
Yeah,
that.
it's sad shit, is what it is.
Oh, man. Hate this. So yeah, this is gonna be. I think it's gonna be badass, but I feel like they, the love for it is not the same. It's not like the same hype. I would have been very hyped.
No.
By
Oh,
now,
no,
but
I
right
agree with
now
you.
I'm like, okay, I'll see how it is when it comes out.
Honestly, I want to just let other people watch it and then hear. Like, is it worth me spending my time on?
Yeah, and I
Like, I'm very disappointed from the other one.
I imagine they're gonna do
Yeah.
episode by episode, right? Like a weekly thing or what?
I think so, yeah.
So I'm just gonna wait
Yeah,
until it's
I think
done,
Sundays,
and
like,
then I'm gonna watch it.
HBO is hurting, so they want to extend the viewership as much as they can.
By the way, I fixed the title. Thank you guys.
Oh, House of the Chancla.
I was like, we're not sailing. What's happening here?
I'm sailing in my dreams.
Oh goodness. But yeah, we were hurt. I think as fans,
We're very hurt.
we were really hurt by the ending.
Yes.
And I think that's a controversial thing, right? Is like, are they going to be able to bring people back in?
We're so hurt.
Because the ending was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think everybody agrees it wasn't a good ending. Very disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
not
mean,
a
I don't
good
know what
ending
time-
in any media
No,
format.
not at all. So there's no way we can talk about the House of the Dragon without addressing the Game of Thrones ending, right?
Yes.
It has to be addressed.
It has to be
We have to
addressed.
touch on it.
We're gonna talk about it.
And
for
I
sure.
think we have some equity in the shame field as well.
Gosh, so much shame.
Right, Grotesque?
So much shame.
So much shame.
Yeah, we lost like 10% investment in our
Gosh, we
energy.
wasted money.
Yes. I don't know if you have the images, but we really got into it.
Guys, so first to tell the story.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, tell the story, Grotesque.
We got together and we're like, it's the ending of Game of Thrones. We have to do something. Like, this is gonna be, it's the last episode. It was good so far. They're not gonna fuck it up. So we're like, yeah, let's do like a Game of Thrones party, right? Like we decorated, guys. We decorated. We bought food, like a ton of food. We took we bought like shirts for that day. We had these flags on the wall. I'm gonna show you in a minute. All this was done. We were like so pumped. We were taking pictures. Okay, let me show you guys. We did all this. We did all this. There's the sword
Oh, yes.
in the middle on the right side.
Yep. We went full out. This is like the most geek thing.
This is
It took us hours to prepare.
hours to prepare.
Themed food.
Yep. Themed food. Essentially, it's just canto de carne.
Canton de carne. I mean, we bought, yeah.
Canto de carne, canto de pan.
And you can see,
There we go.
Yeah, I haven't been able to use my selfies.
oh yeah, especially me and Grumpy. We were there like, we should put this meat right here, and then this meat.
Yes.
Me and Grumpy we were just, the position of those meats and bread. Me and Grumpy did
Yeah.
that. Look how
Yeah,
beautiful.
it took
It's
like 3
deliberate.
hours.
It was the entire thing was deliberate.
Deliberate. Like, this meat will look perfect right there.
¿De dónde era ese pan? Pregunta el cargador.
The Safeway?
So we did that.
The Safeway in Supermercado?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Que sea Publix, yo que era.
it was a supermarket in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie,
It was
sí.
Winn-Dixie. So we did all that. Also, the most embarrassing part, I think it was that shameful part. We bought Ay, Dios. We bought a White Walker.
Yes.
Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker, White
Yeah,
Walker. And we were like, take a picture of this.
Yeah. By the way,
And-
that is not a stock image from White Walker, Johnny Walker. That is
That
ours.
was ours. Lilirose took out her very professional camera. Took those beautiful images.
I'm there in essence. Like floating.
And the
Hey.
sad part, you see that little smoke
Yeah.
right there, guys?
Tower likes to vape, so that smoke is his vape. So if you shift the camera like 2 inches, you can see his face right there,
Yes.
blowing vape.
God.
We got so geeked out. We went.
And so yeah, that's his like yeah, Lilirose was taking the picture. Tower was just blowing out vape into this image. She put Winters here on the top. It was beautiful.
Yep.
And then we sat down and watched the episode. And then
Oh
we
yeah, at night,
stared.
right? Cuando salió.
Yes, as soon as it aired, we were just watching it. And then we stared at each other for 10 minutes after because none of us knew how to say that was shit.
No, we didn't say it.
We didn't say it.
Just sat there and silent.
It came up the next morning. We
I
just
didn't
Make
talk
a
about
breakfast.
it at all after the episode.
Nada.
nothing.
We just went to bed.
We just went to bed
It's shame.
in shame. It felt
Like we put the meat in the fridge. We throw it in the fridge. Like fuck this, and we just went to bed. Yeah, bed.
yeah, you can see us like picking up after our mess. Like, ay, vamos
Yes.
a poner pan. Okay. It was sad. So yeah, we went all out.
Yeah.
And yeah, we can talk about how much we hate that ending.
Yeah, no, that was bad, right? Like the next morning, we're just sitting around.
Yes.
The momento que era, it's like someone, I don't know, si era tú, Grotesque, it's like Sunday's like, that was shit.
The most opinionated.
And then we are like, yeah, that was shit.
So yeah, it was probably me.
And suddenly, like, we all had this emotional release. It's like, that is a shit.
It's like, ¿verdad? ¡Qué mierda! Oh God.
Yeah. I haven't been able to use the selfies I took that day.
Yeah.
Nada.
Because it's like, no, man, that's
Nada.
ruined.
It's
That's
a
named.
That's
shame.
terrible.
Everything.
sad.
Yo no he visto ni siquiera ni un episode de Game of Thrones since that happened.
It's sad. Like we gave away our flags. We had flags of this. We gave it away to Tongo because he hadn't seen it yet. They are tainted. They are tainted.
Yes. They
So the big ass question is, do you think this show can redeem the Game of Thrones ending? I think that's a question that everybody's asking.
Yeah. And
Can this thing be the redeeming show?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
go ahead.
The ending is the ending. So, he will add good content for people that love Game of Thrones for sure. But at the end of the day, you're gonna end up in the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like the more you see, this is my perspective. The more I see, the more gonna get more frustrated because it's gonna be beautiful, amazing, awesome. You know, dragons flying here and there. But then, oh shit, this is how we end anyway. You know, so it's gonna be a mixed feeling for me because I cannot just accept that everything was so well. You can do whatever ending you want, but the way they did it is like, no, this is the crappiest way of doing something. This is like, no, let's fire everybody. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree
I
to
agree.
a point. Like I know they already
Mhm.
took out the people who did Game of Thrones aren't here, right? That's the thing.
Correct. The
Yeah.
Benioff and the other guy.
Yeah. So it feels like
Shall not be named.
he can't be named. um, I think it's gonna be. I think they can. I think they can. Because they already know how much they messed up. I think so. They can be
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, what not to do.
Oh no, definitely. Up to my point is more like it as a whole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This House of the Dragon plus what we know already.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a final point already. But of course, this one, this new one is gonna be up to standards. You know, it's gonna be okay. We're probably gonna be like, oh, this is amazing. But if you think about it, like going from
Oh,
beginning
yes,
to
I
end,
get it. Like,
the end in the same shit.
yes, I get it. Like the timeline.
¿Verdad?
It's like this is the
Yeah.
before.
You
At
cannot-
the end of the day, the ending happened. Yes, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
cannot
'cause
redeem
no
con
matter-
prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
totally
whatever
agree.
happened, it
Oh,
ends up
wow.
right over there.
Oh,
Mira
wow.
que me-
Mira quién ha
Is
llegado.
that Chuck?
Mira quién ha llegado.
Dog.
Late as
Is that Chuck?
fuck.
A little late. A little late.
Little late. We're almost
Yeah.
But
finishing,
I'm
man.
here, guys. I'm here. Don't worry, I've
Yeah.
arrived.
Okay.
And yes, it is based on the book Fire and Blood. But I believe it's just based on that one book, unlike Game of Thrones that was based on a ton of books.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining it's gonna be shorter than Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch it as its own thing, right?
Yeah.
Porque si lo pongo como dice Tower, ¿verdad? Un timeline.
Right.
I cannot redeem it. It's a prequel. At the
Yeah.
end, the same shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Which is a rush. So I mean, como terminó, like if that would have happened, it would have been fine. But it's just they rushed it and they destroyed the character arcs while rushing it. So it
Yeah,
didn't.
the last 2 seasons really rushed it.
Okay, give me a second. Gatador dice, yo no he visto mucho detalle de House of Dragon, pero eso está basado on Fire and Blood. Yes, está basado en Fire and Blood.
Yes.
Maybe you guys discussed this point already, but since it's a prequel, would it really ruin it if it's set 300 years in the past? If we do it as a timeline?
I mean, but
And it can't ruin it because it's already ruined.
it's already ruined because in the
It has to-
future,
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think it's more like Grumpy put it. It's more or less watch it as a standalone thing. but again, the timeline wise, the ending is ruined.
Yeah.
Have you guys considered this? What if they're going the Star Wars route, where it was like episodes 4, 5, 6, then 1, 2, 3? 300 years is a long gap.
Sure.
Yeah.
In that same sense, I think HBO is trying to create like this whole
I think that's what
Game of Thrones universe,
That's what they're
right?
trying
Como
to
todo el
do.
mundo, like Marvel, DC, todo el mundo surrounded the universe.
Yeah.
There's this.
Yeah, but the show has like a steep, hill to climb to make its own mark and not be related to the other one because it's not gonna make it up. See, if it doesn't make its own mark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Something just gives me the impression that that's the route they're trying to go, like
Yeah.
they're trying, like you said, like they're trying to build a universe, but I don't think this prequel is going to be a direct prequel to like what happens here. I think there's going to be more prequels coming up.
Yeah, they do plan to make a lot more shows. It's the first one that they're launching, hoping to get some fans back.
I think it's that. Yeah, it's mostly like here. Get the love for it first again, and then we'll show you other things.
But yeah, Chuck, that totally makes sense.
But yeah,
Late but a good contributor.
Oh yeah.
happy to have you here, Chuck.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Sorry I'm late.
So yeah, we have some questions about Game of Thrones. If any of you want to talk about that,
We have a bunch of questions, right? Let me see. I think we all agree that the ending wasn't good.
yeah, we don't.
So no need to ask that question.
Ew, shit.
Yeah, fudge that ending.
But a related question is, who do you think should have been? What should have been the ending, right? Who should have been the king at the end of Game of Thrones? Because I know we're not
I
happy
can
with
tell
happening,
you
right?
who I
King Bran is the
thought
one.
it was gonna be.
That little
Bran was
Bran
useless.
is completely useless.
Yo creo que en
Bran
los
was
libros,
useless.
though, he was an amazing character. Pero in his show, they didn't build him up, so there was no reason for us to root for him to be the king at the end. 'Cause
Okay.
the show.
All he
didn't-
did was fly around as a crow. He
No,
was
not.
he was useless.
Yeah.
And I thought, whenever he was flying around as a crow, I thought, bueno, pues algo amazing is going to happen. He's going to do something awesome. You know, se quedó un
No.
pájaro. Y
Se
ya.
quedó un
No,
pájaro.
he didn't pick out anybody's eyes or anything.
Yeah.
No. He didn't even tell anybody. I saw this over here to help out.
Yeah,
or
he
anything.
wasn't helping out much. Like for
Worst
somebody.
fucking spy ever.
Yeah, that. Okay, so who I thought it was gonna be, because they were building it up so much, I thought it was gonna be Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Um,
They sort of give that impression, right?
They-
Give us a Jon
come
Snow.
on, they gave the impression they revived him. It was a whole thing, and then it was nothing. And
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
unpopular
Okay.
opinion here.
Go ahead.
Joffrey.
The one true king.
Like you
They
said,
would
they
drop him back.
revive people, right? Like they revive people.
Yeah.
Revive people. What if Joffrey got revived? They brought back the mountain.
kill
that
him
way.
again. What do you want with him? Kill him. Send him back to his grave.
I think it would have made for an interesting story arc.
Oh no.
That would have left it as like a great, like, oh my god,
Wait.
is there gonna be another is there gonna be another show? What's happening here? Joffrey's the fucking king. We need to know more.
Yeah, I'm
Darth Vader. Oh, please no.
leave him dead.
Leave him dead.
I agree
Yeah,
with Darth Vader.
exactly.
Let's leave him dead.
I mean, if you can bring him back, it's to kill him again, right? Because it's like that's the most satisfying death,
Yes.
arguably, in Game of Thrones.
Yes, it was.
I never felt so
I
happy to
felt
watch someone
so
die.
happy. But I actually
My
wanted like a
favorite villain of
deadlier death than that. Like I wanted some stabbing going on or something, because that boy, oh my god. It's
Oh,
terrible.
Yeah, he did his role very well.
No, that was great
did well.
acting.
But what if when he comes back, he's learned a lot? He's learned his lessons.
Why do you like
He
these
followed into the
characters, Chuck?
afterlife where he learned.
Yes. Oh my god, that's a great. Yes. Why not?
It's a long afterlife.
I hope the writers are listening to this because we're giving some great tidbits right now.
So he's the only one that thinks this is great. But yes. Okay.
But yeah,
So who do you
Uh-huh.
think? Grumpy, who do you think
that
should've
who
been-
should have been
yeah.
the ending. I mean, the ending was so messed up already, right? Everything went out of character. All the characters were out of character. Jon Snow was this like weakling guy just following. Oh, he's just killing people. Okay, out of character, right? He's always a stand-up guy doing the right thing. He fucked up at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Khaleesi turned into a monster way too fast.
that transition was
We
way
knew that could happen, but yeah, the switch was too fast. So out of character too.
Well, she did have the Mad King's blood in her.
Troopers, she's not a
No,
vampire.
I
It's just-
understand,
Obviously
like,
something that creates it.
but I do understand it was she was being pushed to this point that she goes mad, right? But like
Yeah.
putting her as like that fucking crazy, like
no, it was too
it
much.
was too much. Like you telling me she can't even control herself at all at this point, like that much, all of a sudden, like it's too much.
What about this concept? The idea of like a woman in power. Like there was so much pressure on her to like live up to a role
But she didn't.
that she sort
I
of
think
just.
that's kind of what the new show is going to touch on also. Like,
Oh, okay.
they don't want women in power.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
like
they
she
always
had some
do
glass
it.
ceilings to break. She had to prove herself, which is also why she might have gone a little intense too fast.
But I mean, she was doing fine, improving
Which is
herself.
fine that she went intense. I just think they should have built up her character arc more, like shown us more what was driving
But
all of this.
what
Instead of us here trying to guess.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
what I don't understand is, isn't the point of all this, right? You kill the queen or the king or whatever, you're the next. You take the throne. No, you're taking the throne. So why, when he killed her, he didn't take the throne?
Exactly. Porque she could kill Cersei and take the throne, but he kills her and
And
then
he's
it's like,
shunned out of.
you're in prison.
That
We
makes
need
no
to exile
sense. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think
you. It made no sense.
What
yeah,
was
that
the
part,
logic
yeah, it
behind
was
Bran
yeah.
again? Remind me.
I
What was the
don't know.
logic
He had
behind
the
Bran
best
becoming?
story.
He had nothing. No sé qué carajo hizo él que
And fue lo que
se
dijo.
merece el jodido trono. Because he was very cocky at the end también, al último, ¿te acuerdas?
Oh,
So
sí.
he's like, oh yeah,
He's
huh.
like, yeah,
What do you think I
That's
came
what I
here
told
for?
I
kill
knew
this
this
guy.
shit. Like, what? You knew
Yeah.
this? So
This is
this is
what I
what you were
saw.
just sitting here around for? That's
Yep.
why you didn't
I'm
help
just
your
rolling
friends?
around my chair and everybody just killing each other because I'm gonna sit here.
Because I know I'm gonna have the throne. What the fuck?
To compare that scene to Vikings,
Uh,
he was like Ivar, but terrible.
yes.
Ivar rolled around in his chair. Ivar could be king. Bran was a POS.
Yes.
What's
Yes.
the point?
I agree. Yeah,
I agree.
definitely. In that context, Ivar se merece el throne, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, he roll around, going pocket knife, just stabbing people in the head, in
Yes, it's
the legs.
badass.
He's doing his role.
Doing your shit.
He's doing his thing.
Ankle.
Yeah, good shots at everybody. That was badass.
Cutting down Achilles' heels left and right.
Yeah.
Yes. But this guy did nothing. He literally sat there. Once in a while, you know, he uses vision as an iPad just to watch shit because he didn't do anything
And
with
then
it.
he told nobody
He's
about
bored.
it. Like,
Yeah,
they saw
it's
something.
like the equivalent of a kid with an iPad in the corner.
Exactly.
But he's gonna rule the. He's gonna rule the kingdom.
Exactly. That's perfect.
Watching SpongeBob in the corner.
All right, so how about this? What is your favorite character in Game of Thrones?
Ivar was OP.
Yeah, I agree with Darth Vader in the comment. Ivor was OP. Yeah, he
He was
was.
OP.
You know,
He's
the
scary.
new show, the House of Dragons, kind of reminds me a little bit of like the Vikings, like the beginning, like how like he's gonna have like get the new wife, and those kids start to take rule, and then
Yes.
the first kids are like kind of cast aside,
Yep. That's what it feels like. Yeah,
and like that.
I agree.
Is it? Do y'all think it's recommended that we read the book before we watch the show?
I don't know anymore.
I don't know.
It's,
I mean, there's a lot of incest in the book.
That's yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of incest in the show.
For everybody's
Season 1, episode 1 was all about incest.
How about
It's very true.
how
But
about
reading it is so different than watching it.
yeah? How about Lilirose tells us her experience of starting to read books of Game of Thrones?
Without spoiler, yeah.
But that's yeah.
I haven't read this one yet, so I don't have anything.
Okay.
Okay, but she did start reading some of the Game of Thrones books, right?
I did.
And it
start
was
reading
very
some
strong.
The part where like Khaleesi is like a 14-year-old, and then like we got ¿cómo se llama? Her moon, whatever. I can't remember his name right now.
Khal Drago?
Yeah, where he's like they have like their first intimate moment, and I was like he's describing way too much how she is a little girl, and I'm done. I can't.
This is too much.
So that's about as far as I made it. I didn't really
It's
get
like
too
the book
far into
Lolita.
That
Sí, en
seems
el show por lo menos ella se ve adulta, tú sabes, pero en el libro she is not an adult. And that's just me. I mean, I know a lot of people have read it and they're fine with it.
I mean,
What do people think of Cersei as a favorite character?
what do you think of that being your favorite character?
You seem to really like the Lannisters. You seem to.
You're a Lannister
You're a
aligned, aren't you?
Lannister. Yep.
A
Lannister always repays their debts. I mean, there's something to be said about Cersei as like a prime character, right? Like, look at her character evolution. She was kind of like subjugated, like in the beginning, right? Like always kind of being thumbed down on, and at the end, like she takes this power. She just like becomes this empowered woman who doesn't take shit. Even her clothing, like dressing in all black, like she came to herself. Like if anybody got a good character development arc, it was Cersei. Cersei had like they put time into her changes. We know the reasons why. Her family was killed. We know the background with the witches, like telling her this is what's gonna happen. Cersei knew what she was about, and I think that's what makes her one of my favorite characters. Even though she was fucked up in a reasonable way. Like we knew why she was fucked up.
Yes, that's true. I agree with that.
I agree with that. Yeah.
She was pretty badass.
I don't agree with her being the main villain at the end of the show, though. Like the whole show from the very beginning, the first like 15 minutes was about the White Walkers, and then we wait like how many seasons? 8 seasons to see like this epic battle, and then it turns out that the epic battle was with Cersei the whole time.
Yeah, that was
like,
weird.
She was the main threat. Like that just didn't add up for me.
Yeah, the White Walkers, I agree with that. Like they were supposed to be this big thing, and then it was like two real episodes with them, like the big battles, and one of those episodes you could barely see. It was so dark. I thought it was my TV. I kept adjusting the settings on my TV, thinking like I had the contrast all wrong.
Yeah, we did the same thing, but it just make the shadows lighter, but you can't see shit anyway. Yeah,
can't see shit.
It's true. But yeah, I thought it was gonna be like that too. I thought that was gonna be the main villain. I mean, what's scarier than the White Walkers coming at you?
I think they can't die. That ends up dying.
Yeah.
It was too fast. They died too fast.
Yeah, that was pretty quick death for them being
one
creating
episode.
a whole fucking army.
You destroy all of them in one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took 8 years to build. One episode killed them all.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What was everybody else's favorite characters?
I mean, I loved. I used to like Jon Snow until the end, right? It's like, nah, this guy's
más pendejo.
Más pendejo, una porquería.
I was always
pendejo de hombre, yeah.
I always loved Khaleesi, but yeah, the ending, she went nuts.
I like the Red Viper.
Yes. So
I like the fighting style.
Yeah.
By the mountain. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was the mountain's brother's name? I forget.
Dog, I go see.
The
hound.
The
Yeah,
dog.
dog. The
Bear.
puppy.
The puppy.
But which one is my favorite? I love el character de Pedro Pascal. ¿Cómo se llamaba? Oberyn.
Yes.
Oh, such a fucking wonderful.
That's the Red Viper.
character.
Yeah, that's the Red Viper. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Oh, he's the Red Viper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's amazing though.
Yeah, he's great.
He was a good
That's how much we erased that from our mind.
Pero su muerte, oh gosh, that was.
Has anybody seen Princess Bride?
Yes.
He reminds me of
Oh yes.
Roberto Montoya. Yeah.
See?
Yes.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yes. But yeah, that was a great character. That whole thing was
Also, the
amazing.
sister, I forget her name. The sister that could change faces. That she went through like all of that, like
Ari?
Arya, yeah. Like she was a good character.
She was a good character. She was badass.
All the characters had pretty good growth, man. Pretty.
Yeah. Sansa was the worst. I hated Sansa.
Oh, Sansa was annoying.
So much.
Oh yeah.
Gosh.
I thought she was gonna end up on the throne.
No, God, no.
You could always see how hungry she was.
Still, she would have been a better option than Bran.
I was about to say that. Yep.
Sure.
Anything would have been better than him. I hate that they did that. They tried to do like a plot twist.
Tyrion.
Plot twist on plot twist, and it didn't work.
Did not work. Yep.
So what else we got?
The character. You know what? I'm ashamed of this because I'm trying to find the name of the first Eddard Stark. There we go. Yes.
He was
What
a good
about-
character.
The first one that got killed in the first season.
Oh yeah.
Ned.
Ned. There we go.
Stark,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ned Stark. Ned Stark.
Oh,
yeah.
what a man! That's a real man.
Yeah.
They don't make him like that anymore.
They don't make him like that.
Nobody aspires to be like him.
Yes.
Well, what about if you compare him to not related to kings or anything, but Littlefingers or various?
Oh yeah.
That's annoying shit.
That's true.
Littlefinger.
I did not like that character.
What a devious
He
little
made
fuck.
it though, but he fucking made it almost to the end.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. And Sansa took him. He did not see that coming for always out
Almost had it.
everybody.
Yep. Oh
But,
yeah.
You know, all right, maybe I am Team Lannister. Shit, now I'm realizing it. Jamie Lannister.
Is your team Jamie también?
No way. Are
Team
you?
Jamie también.
Why?
Why?
He
You do
redeemed
might be a little
himself.
Redeemed
Yeah.
how? He went back to.
Reasons.
He had such a great redemption arc.
No.
Do you want to see their pain?
Maybe that's what I like about it.
So they actually pay back.
Like I said, he'll get paid back.
I like the character that he became, but at the same time, that whole thing of going back, running to, I don't know.
His love.
Yeah, running back to Cersei at the end.
I feel like that
He
whole
loved
episode was
Brienne.
just, yeah, it was just love. I just me.
It's loyalty. Like, that's beautiful. I mean,
And I hate
incest,
the way he died.
incest aside, like, it was.
Can you?
You cannot
can
put
you
aside
put
incest.
aside? That's a question.
My question is, how come their incest is bad, but the
Tyrion.
the Targaryen, it's fine. Targaryens are known to like only breed with brother and sister. It's like even in like the new show, it's like one of the guys is he marries like he always marries like the older sister out of duty. But this guy he marries two of his sisters because the other one is out of desire. He's like, I love my younger sister, so he ends up marrying both sisters.
Yep.
But for any other family marrying like their brothers and sisters in this world is bad, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, it was.
I agree. It's not consistent.
Not consistent. Yeah.
But I think it's kind of like life, right? Some people can do shit and they're like, okay, but some others do it, and
It's like
You got power and a dragon on your side. You can do whatever you want.
you could
exactly.
you can fuck whoever you
That's-
want, I
yeah.
guess.
That's a good point. What are you gonna do? Tell me no? Fuck you, my dragon's here.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason.
So, yeah. No, pero Catador de Pizza dice, the only Lannister I liked was Tyrion. And it's true. Except for like
That's
one of the
true.
only
Yes.
characters.
I wasn't
Get
agree.
throughout the whole series, he was consistent.
Yep.
Yeah, Tyrion was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, lo último, right? He's like, she's like destroying shit, and Tyrion is like, listen, this is fucked up, right? The whole time he's being consistent.
Yeah.
I have
Tyrion
to
was
admit,
good.
at the end, I was like, you
Oh,
need to
yeah.
stop talking.
I forgot about him.
Varys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a pretty good character too, yeah. Siempre sabía todo.
So sketchy.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that's true. Forgot about him.
With his little spiders everywhere. His little birdies.
Or little birds, yeah.
Little
Oh,
birds.
little birds.
I did like the character towards the end.
At principio, I thought he was really talking about birds. The motherfucker has a lot of birds. Why is he talking about?
What is he, a wizard?
Yeah. Why does he want so many birds? Fucking thing makes no sense.
I just thought he was intercepting everyone's carrier pigeons, reading their messages.
I just picture like a gigantic aviary, and this motherfucker in it with a bunch of birds.
A bunch of birds just hanging out. My little birds, go out into the city and tell me things.
Okay. Any
Tyrion was good.
any
Tyrion
questions
was
for
good.
the
You guys
chat?
brought up a good point.
What else?
What was that?
Are we gonna ask any questions for the chat?
From chat or to the chat?
To the chat.
Vamos a ver. I mean, the same question estamos tirando aquí.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me see. Fair.
I wonder if there are any points we've come up with that the chat disagrees with.
Oh,
That is a
also,
good point.
this one, I think this is the favorite. Favorite episode or scene?
Yes. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Oh.
Chat, if you want to join it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Favorite episode or scene from Game of Thrones?
My favorite episode was Battle of the Bastards, where they took down Bolton finally.
Yeah.
Ramsay, I think.
That
Ramsay
was really satisfying.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a really satisfying episode.
That was the best one.
Really hated him.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But also
What is the name of the wedding?
the wedding. Was it?
Oh, the blood?
The red
The
wedding.
red
Yes,
wedding?
red wedding.
Oh, that was crazy.
Oh, yeah. That was
But red wedding
In
was
conjunction
amazing.
with like the red wedding, I think where Arya made the old guy eat his family.
Oh, see.
Oh my God! Yes.
And then she
Yes.
revealed
I forgot
herself.
about that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was awesome. Yes, what?
I think
I
that's
got the
probably
little
one of my
bit
favorites.
Lisa said watching Joffrey die was top. That was one of my top two.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was definitely a top.
Joffrey said,
What do you think about that, Chuck?
I mean, I'm okay that he died. I was happy when he died. I remember that. Like, yes, finally.
"But you want to
But
revive?"
I still, I mean, if they're reviving people, that would have been a great revival. Like,
Well, why him?
talk about plot twist. He's the one
But
true king.
then your
Just
but
because of
then
that?
your Queen Cersei wouldn't have made her broke
Yeah,
if they would have brought back
she
her
would have been
son.
just mommy again.
No, think about it. I don't know. I disagree. I think that would have like driven Cersei even more. Like,
Okay, so you want to
Then she would have
revive?
sit on the throne.
Okay, this was what's gonna happen. Okay, so Joffrey would have been revived, and then Cersei would just stab him and kill him again.
oh, see,
That would have been
That's
cool.
great.
That would have been cool
That's great.
because then she's like,
Cersei now power hungry. She's like, wait, no, I've done this better than him. You know what?
maldita sea nene, yeah, kill him.
Yeah, like kill him. Because he started turning on her too.
Yeah, I mean, she was.
He
Yeah,
did, yeah.
he was going nuts. She was annoyed. She was going crazy, but like, I think she was giving him the power because she wanted to be the power. But she always wanted to be it, you know?
Well, I don't know if she wanted to be it. Because for being the piece of shit, she loved her kids.
Yes.
Her
Well,
kids were
that's true.
everything to her. Right? So I think she just wanted her kids to be in power. As shitty as they were.
But I think
so we saw like this.
uh-huh.
Mhm.
No, but she also loved the
But I
power.
think she
was
wanted that because
loved
she
the
wanted
power.
the power. And then but she's like one of those moms that just puts their kids in pageants because she can't be in the pageant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, nice
It's
comparison.
it's like
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, it definitely was.
That's a good point.
Oh, Darfur stopped when he was killed.
Yeah, when Joffrey died.
So yeah,
It was really satisfying though. It's like
It
a complete
was.
circle. Everything's balanced again. You're like, okay, that's a good place to stop.
that was Darfur's
That probably
ending.
would have been the best place to stop.
That is the best place. Yeah. So Darfur is still happy with Game of Thrones.
Good choice.
I feel you. Yep.
Wow.
That
I
was
cannot
fun.
imagine stopping there. That's
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, look, guys, we went through the last 2 seasons, which were fucking horrible, and it was still like, okay, I'm gonna watch the next episode. Maybe it'll redeem itself. Maybe even the last episode where I was just like,
I was hoping.
okay, now everything's coming together. Like this will redeem everything. I can't imagine stopping at Joffrey.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. But it was very satisfying. It was that satisfying that you could
Yeah.
So good for Darfur.
So going back to that question, right? What's your favorite scene? I think my scene was Cersei's role whenever she destroyed the Great Sept of Baelor. She destroyed everybody.
yeah.
Oh man, so satisfying.
One false
I love
swoop.
the soundtrack.
The
for that.
soundtrack, what she's wearing, right? She's like has this fucking black thing. She looks like she's going. She's like looks like a Viking going to war, right?
Oh my god, yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And she destroys them all. The entire cult at once. Everybody, all her enemies, wiped.
See, it sounds like you're coming over to the Lannister side. Good for you. Welcome.
Darfur says, "No, I mean I saw it full." Oh, he saw it full, but he stopped there. But in his mind,
Yeah, he saw the whole thing.
Okay, in his head, he stopped there.
He's as disappointed as the rest of
But I wish I had an image for that. I don't have an image for that for the Cersei thing.
The Cersei?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the clothing.
Yeah.
You can find something. Let me see.
All black.
But I love the soundtrack for that episode.
Oh.
I still listen to that.
It's your relaxing music.
It is, yes. We will conquer the world today.
But Battle of the Bastards was
See?
badass.
Look, everybody's knocking me for Cersei, but it looks like you all are Cersei fans.
No, I mean I
said I like the song. I didn't say I like Cersei.
Yeah. What does the song represent?
music.
No.
No, that's nothing to do with Cersei. Cersei didn't sing that shit.
I'm sorry. It's forever.
She didn't compose that.
Cersei.
I get what you mean, Chuck.
I think
We're just joking around.
I detested the most the House Lannister.
I like that
I
though.
think
Like he's
the only one I liked was
complete
Tyrion.
opposite of everybody.
He always is.
I think that's his goal in life.
Lannister always repays their debts.
Pays their debt, not repays. Pays their debts.
It's repays.
They're dead.
He changed it.
It's a debt. You have to repay it. It's just proper grammar.
Don't blame me. Blame the Lannisters. You fucked it up. Let me see. I'm trying to find a good.
He said like he stopped like for 3 or 4 years, and then like everyone was threatening him, so
To finish.
he had to watch it. Worst decision ever.
Oh my god.
Why
I was so bad because I did that to Tower, and I was like, "No, you gotta watch it. It's amazing." And then it failed so bad. I was like, "Oh, you would have been better off without watching
Yeah.
it."
Power was
Brought
pumped up.
Power and Grotesque into
I'm
it.
so sorry I brought you down.
Yeah, we were.
And it was a shame. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very exciting.
we all got the same hit, so we're fine.
It's ending. You need to catch up.
I ate the whole seasons that week before. I was eating Game of Thrones, and then I'm like, okay, this is it. Then boom. Okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Seriously. Who bought memorabilia? Who out went and purchased like Game of Thrones memorabilia and now regrets it?
Yeah.
Grotesque.
Oh, yeah. You were not here, right? Because we did it. But yeah, we showed the pictures of what we did.
Let's show it again
And
for
we
our
bought a
sheep.
lot of shit. We bought a lot of shit.
We had themed food. We made like.
I went to the store, and the only criteria was buying a big ass chunk of meat, so it looks medieval.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it back.
It's
You
right
see.
there.
Yeah, there it is.
We have the flags up.
Yeah, flags up, candles all over the place. We have a big ass chunk of meat, bread,
It was beautiful.
and we have a sword. You can't see it from there, but we have a sword laying down on the table.
Table, yeah.
Oh, I didn't put it up. I forgot.
But you can see sort of in the right one.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
sword.
right there in the center.
I think I can add it here. Let's see.
But yeah, we went all out.
Oh wow.
Oh, here it is, guys. Here's the image.
Tito's
Let's
custom
do-
Solitos
food.
aquí lo pan. Catador.
Me too, bro.
The cups are all full
Look
of.
at that,
¿cómo
guys.
se llama? Agua con color, because we just wanted something to match.
Yeah, we didn't have wine, but we have.
Yeah.
We had
You
Johnny
guys
Walker.
went all
We
out.
went
This looks
full
amazing.
way out.
Show
We
the
met
alcohol.
full,
And then we did a whole
we did a
did
photo
a
shoot
promo
with
for
our
them. Like,
drink.
a whole promo.
It was the most shameful cleanup.
I it's shameful.
So yeah, that's our shame right there.
Yeah.
That's a shame, yeah.
That winter was hot.
Tower, are you fully committed? making a photo
Man.
shoot.
The good thing
I
is,
love
Great
it.
pictures,
I love it.
though.
Like this is what was great about the show. No matter how like bad it ended, look at the passion it brought out in people. You know, like
Yeah.
but then it was gone instantly.
I don't think they're gonna be able to get that many people back on
And
board.
that was the question I was going to ask now, right? Do you think this show is going to bring it back?
yes, yeah, I do. Yeah, I think it's the same way that like everybody tuned in for the shitty final episode. All of the talk that it brought up, like all of it, like it's harmless. I think people are still gonna like join in and want to see like will it redeem itself. We can't be the only ones.
But
I don't know. I mean, because it was a fantasy show to begin with. A lot of people were already turned off by that fact, and like they actually went into it. So now it's just gonna be a fantasy show that failed.
yeah,
So a lot of people probably won't go back.
I don't
I'll
know.
tell you one thing. I'm not gonna buy any merch at all,
Oh, no.
just in case.
I don't accept anything. Not even free. Not even as a gift.
Send
Nothing.
this gift back.
Send it back.
Give me a gift receipt. I want to exchange it for another thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's the new rule with buying merch. Wait until it ends.
You're gonna put your merch on eBay at a discount.
It's the shame of my life.
So yeah, I think that's a wrap up, guys. I think we talked about. Is there anything else you guys wanna?
Everyone's gonna go and eat fun after this.
I need a giant turkey leg.
El catador is
No,
not letting go of the
This has
pan.
been a good conversation.
Compren pan for your own satisfaction.
Yeah. I'm accepting pan. no, nothing else.
Nothing that says
What about
House of the Dragon.
What about a meat pie?
I don't know. That's still related.
Meat.
A meat pie with a thumb in it.
Exactly.
That'll be a weird gift to get.
Yeah. It will be messy to clean from the wall, though.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, guys. So
All right, guys. This has been a fun
this
chat.
has been great. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Do you guys have any questions before we go? You guys can throw it at us.
Thank you.
This was fun.
No sweetie Todd pie. Fun. No.
I'll stick with pan. Thank you. And thank you
Thank you
guys
guys.
for being here. We're gonna do things a little differently next week. We're gonna let you guys know about it. We might add like this kind of, we call it like a movie club kind of thing. So we're thinking of adding a movie every 2 weeks to watch. And it could be a random movie. It's probably going to be old movies that we have never watched before. And then we're going to talk about it in Chancla Talk.
I recommend Lego Batman.
Noted. Let me type that down.
Lego Batman is probably one of my favorite movies.
But
I'll save
I've
this
watched
for
it.
next week.
I've watched it though. So we're gonna add that. So we'll let you know with more information, so that you guys, if you guys want to watch it too on your end, and then join us for the Chancla Talk, so we can talk about it.
And make sure to wear your chanclas.
Make sure to wear your chanclas, or don't get hit by a chancla while you're doing it. And where is Grumpy? I do not hear him.
I've been talking the whole time without the mute.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, thank you everybody. Appreciate it.
I'm
I had
like,
a really solid conversation by myself.
I'm like, where did he go?
Why is no one listening to me? I'm making such great points.
Feel ignored.
Take care, man.
Okay, so Grumpy, what were you saying while you were muted?
Voy a comer pan. Lo que dije.
That's why he muted himself. He was chewing bread.
No, nada. I mean, it was great talk. Thank you so much for coming out.
Yes, for the support.
Grotesque, you want to go by everyone that's in the chat?
Yes, so
Orguesita last week.
today we have Tower in there, here, and there. Thank you, Tower. And Kepler de Pisa, thank you. Darfur. And I think that's it. Salty Loop. Thank you so much for being here, for the conversations, for the questions, for everything. And yeah, that's all. And whoever
Right,
it was lurking around, also, thank you.
I see a lot more viewers on the stream.
Yeah, so but the ones that are chatting, the other ones that are lurking,
yeah.
thank you as well.
Yeah. But thank you to everybody who's also just watching. Thank you so much.
I hope this was entertaining.
Yes. So yeah, see you guys next week.